Hello everybody and welcome back to Syracuse Aviation. Before we get started, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. So today I have a brand new model airport announcement for you guys. This is a fictional airport based in Fort Pierce, Florida. So that is a real city. They do have an airport there, but it's not obviously to this scale. This airport that I've created is it's pretty similar to Fort Lauderdale by and large. Obviously it's not exactly the same, but it's pretty similar. There's a lot of low-cost operations. It's a focus city currently for JetBlue, and there's, again, more competition between some of the low-cost carriers here. I do actually have some long-term plans to get a layover layouts map for this airport, as well as some 3D printed terminals. I could make them on my own, but I'm still trying to figure out my 3D printer and figure out how everything's supposed to work, because I've been working at it for like 5 years and I still can't manage to get the perfect terminals, so rest in peace there, but we'll figure it out eventually, I'm sure. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the update. So this is all the space I have first of all. So there's another terminal that we can't represent. So when we're done with this piece over here, I'm going to take all these aircraft out and swap them with the other airlines that serve the airport, and then that will be it. So we're going to go ahead and get started at the, I guess we'll call this the Alpha Concourse. My final plans is not going to look anything like this. It's going to be a similar concept, but the terminals are going to be angled differently, but this is the best that I can do currently. So we do have a focus city for Allegiant as well. All we have is A319s. I wish someone made an A320 release. That'd be really nice. Obviously there have been some, but I don't have any currently. So we're going to go ahead and get started at the end here with this Allegiant A319 in the new livery. This aircraft will be doing flight out to Key West, which is the only Florida airport we have for Allegiant. Then we've got an Allegiant A319, which will be heading up to Elmira today in the state of New York. We've got an Allegiant A319, which will be heading out to Cincinnati. And then the final A319 will head out to Asheville, North Carolina today. Moving into the breeze section, where we have two aircraft, we're going to start with the A220-300, which will head up to Plattsburgh, New York. And then the E195 will head over to New Orleans. Now for the Frontier section, we have the E320neo in the Georgia the Painted Bunny livery. This aircraft will head up to Syracuse today. And then Griswold the Bear is going to head up to Trenton, New Jersey. Getting into the Bravo Concourse now, which houses JetBlue, American, and Spirit. We're going to start at the end with the Spirit A320ceo, which arrived in from Nashville and will head out to Dallas-Fort Worth, which is the only two flights Spirit operates out of Fort Pierce currently. And the JetBlue A321neo is on the turnaround from LAX. JetBlue 320 high-rise will head up to Islip today. JetBlue 320 Spotlight is going to head up to Westchester. The new Spotlight Sharklets will head up to Portland, Maine. The A220-300 has just pushed back and will head up to Worcester. And then we've got an E190 that has just arrived in from the very short flight from Fort Lauderdale, and he's waiting for the A220 to start taxiing, and then he'll pull into the gate where the 220 was. Getting into our American section now, we have the Embraer 170 to start, which operates a shuttle service 5 times a day to Miami. Then we've got an Embraer 175, which will head up to Boston today. The first 737-800 is going to be making a flight up to Chicago O'Hare. We've got an A319 on the turnaround from Philly. Next up, we've got the flagship Valor Medal of Honor A321 on the turnaround from Phoenix Sky Harbor. We've got a 738 operating the Dallas turn. And the last American aircraft is the final 738, which will head up to DCA. Getting into our United and Delta section, we're going to start with the United 752, which is going to be making a flight up to Newark today. Got a 739 heading up to Denver. Got another 739 heading over to Houston. The A321neo will be heading up to Chicago O'Hare. The A320 will be heading up to Washington Dulles. And the 737 MAX 9 will be doing a flight over to San Francisco. Getting into our Delta section now, we're going to start with the A321 here, which will be doing a flight out to Salt Lake City. We've got an A319 with service to Raleigh-Durham. The 737-800 will head up to New York JFK. The A320 will be heading up to Boston. We've got a Generation 2 757-200, which will be doing a flight up to Detroit. We've got another A321. This aircraft will be heading over to Minneapolis-St. Paul. The third and final A321 will head over to Las Vegas. We've got a non-winglet 752 heading up to Atlanta. And then a Gen 1 with winglets 752 heading over to LAX. Alright, we're going to go ahead and finish up the airport update over at the Southwest Terminal. I already filmed this concourse once, but I messed it up bad. I missed a bunch of planes, and there was just no way that I could edit it to make any sort of sense. So here I am 2 weeks later finishing the airport update, and I've got some palm trees in the mail, so I decided to implement them along with some grass and rocks. I'm going to clean that up to make it look a little bit better, but for now, that's what we have. I think it's a nice touch. I'm going to try to do some more stuff like that around this airport. But we're going to get started down at the end with California 1 on the 737-800 for Southwest Airlines. This is a new model to the fleet, so very happy to add it in. Looks great, especially with those palm trees and grass in the background. This aircraft will be making a flight out to Denver today. Next up, we've got a Southwest 737 MAX 8. This aircraft will be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor. We've got another 737 MAX 8. This guy will be heading out to Oakland. Got a 737-700 heading out to Houston Hobby. We've got another 737-700 heading out to Dallas Love Field. Now I know in real life these aircraft are all gone, the Canyon Blues, but I decided to have this one in here just for some more flexibility. I'll probably keep using it for a little bit longer. Maybe when there's another release of the 700s, maybe I'll get one of those and replace it, but for now, we're going to continue to use this one here. The Canyon Blues 737-700 will head out to St. Louis. Then we have a 737 MAX 8 once again. This aircraft will be making a flight out to Las Vegas. Next up, we've got another new model, which is Triple Crown 1 on the 737-800 for Southwest Airlines. This aircraft will be heading up to Baltimore today. Lastly, for this airport update, we have the Southwest 737-700 heading up to Chicago Midway. So that'll do it for Fort Pierce. Let me know what you guys think of this airport in the comments. If you have any suggestions to make this airport better, or just anything you'd like to see, go ahead and let me know. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. Go ahead and like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy all my other content. Share the video. Really appreciate all of that stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.